He singled you out, and every month sent you a package, goading you on, trying to get you to get him. I want to introduce you to the subscription box service called Hunt-A-Killer. It's been featured in BuzzFeed, Fast Company, and Bustle. People are obsessed. If you love creepy codes, ciphers, and clues, Hunt-A-Killer is perfect for you, or the armchair detective in your life. Each month, Hunt-A-Killer sends a package of letters, articles, objects, tools, and other things from their killer curator. All clues, or maybe clues, in an ongoing murder mystery. Hunt-A-Killer is growing so quickly that they only allow 500 new members a week. Once you're approved, and you must be approved, you'll be able to subscribe and get your first box. Waiting is the hardest part. Will you join the hunt? Visit huntakiller.com/dirtyjohn and use coupon code DirtyJohn for 10% off.
Detectives told the prosecutor, Matt Murphy, that it looked like a clear case of self-defense.
99 times out of 100, you're, the nice person is the one that winds up dead. I can't tell you how many times, this guy's on the run after this, and we find this poor woman dead and duct taped in the desert or on the side of a freeway, because that's usually the way these things end. I don't think this went according to plan for Meehan. What he expected to do, I believe, was to pull out the knife, and she would do, again, what we see on TV. She would, maybe at worst he's got to muffle a scream, but he'd be able to, with the knife, get her into his vehicle and kidnap her, which is what all the stuff was doing inside the car. So he's got to move her from, her world into his, and she decided to fight. And that's where things went wrong.
I think it's basically an illusion fostered by the movies we love and our need for comprehensible narratives governed by cause and effect that people's personalities can never really be explained by an event or two. Still, when you're writing a story, you're always looking for some burning insight, some skeleton key that might unlock a person's personality. You rarely find tidy answers, and sometimes nothing resembling any answer at all. You're not going to get the incinerated sled at the end of Citizen Kane, the convenient image that makes you say, so that's what warped this guy's soul. What made Dirty John Dirty John? The prosecutor did not seem vexed by the elusive origins of John's consummate dirtiness.
The fact is, some people are just born bad. They just are. And from everything I wrote about Mr. Meehan, he's one of those guys. There's no traumatic event in his life. There's no head injury. There's nothing that happened that I'm aware of that you can look at and say, look, everything went bad for him at this point.
Murphy even has a phrase for it, which he picked up during his years prosecuting sex crimes. He says certain predators just have, quote, green worms in the brain. You can't explain how they got there, and you can't get them out. I talked to Deborah's family law attorney, Michael O'Neill.
I just think he was so wrapped up in the quest, the stalking, and the reason I akin it to sharks is their behavior.
What was his end game?
Each one of them was to get money, but I tend to think that the end game, it was the game.
John Meehan never left a note explaining what he had intended to do. Maybe he had planned to kidnap Tara and hold her for ransom to get Deborah's money. Maybe he wanted to punish Deborah by killing Tara, which is the explanation that seems most plausible to me.
And that's what my uncle and my dad would say. If you want to get revenge, you don't put revenge upon who you're mad at. You harm the people they love.
This is Donna again.
And if anything comes out of this, Chris, that if there's any women out there that just feel, oh my God, how did I not see it? How did I not know? It happened to me too. And I was the only one that ever helped him. And he did it to me.
Do you think that there are a lot of women out there who don't know that he's dead, who are still living in fear of him?
Yes, there has to be. There has to be.
Tara had to quit her job at the dog kennel because the anxiety was paralyzing. Barking dogs triggered memories of the attack. Sometimes she...
Now go. Go. Jonah, stay there. Stay there. There you go. Come on, Jonah. Quietly, quietly. Just follow him. Soft. They don't know where to go. Just let them go. Good. You're doing good. Let him go. Don't force him to jump.